Hey, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Whako, and we're from Tonight Alive.
And you're watching Punk Videos Rock.
Hey guys, Rob once again, and I'm hanging out once again with Tonight Alive. How's it going?
Good. How are you, dude?
Doing great. We had first interview with you guys this year.
Yeah.
And since then, you guys have been, blowing up everywhere.
Was that this year?
Yeah, January 4th or something?
Yeah, I want to say something like that. 2011 has said, Tonight Alive all over it.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. Well, it's been a huge year. We recorded the album at the beginning of the year and finally released it in Australia and Australia in October. And we toured Australia 7 times, and we did an American tour, which was awesome, and an Indonesian tour. So we've been on our toes.
America again.
We're back.
You guys are back in America, but you guys are also just recently signed to Fearless, an American label.
Totally.
How did that come about?
It was very important for us to start on the indie here in America. We had the chance to kind of go, because we're with Sony in Australia, we just wanted to start with the indie and do it properly. So it was very important to us to have a label that we all respected and everyone loved, and Fearless fit into that. So yeah, we're very happy to be on that.
I think we had a really good relationship with them from the start, and I think our first contact with them was sort of around the time we were recording. I remember some of the first times that we met the Fearless team was at that show that you last interviewed us at, which was almost a year ago. It's been great so far.
So a year ago was your first show in the States.
Yeah.
How do you see it now, playing in the States than playing back in Australia?
There's definitely a difference. I mean, we're the opening band here, and we've just started headlining over in Australia. Not started, but I mean, we just did our first big headline tour for our album release.
The second one.
Oh yeah, I guess it just felt like a really big achievement. We were playing big rooms that we always support bands at, and sort of nice big capacities, and we took Rufio out with us, so that felt really good. And it doesn't feel bad to come to the States and be the opening band.
Yeah.
It feels really good. I'm stoked to play a 25-minute set and just go bam and show everyone what we got. We're excited.
It's refreshing. It's like starting again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Is it like starting all over again?
Kind of.
But we as a band aren't starting all over again. So it's just crowd wise, and it's just a lot of fun because the American crowd is just so receptive.
Totally.
So it's going to be heaps of fun. I can't wait.
I feel like we're better prepared this time. Yeah.
Most definitely.
We know what to expect.
Exactly.
It's gonna be
exactly. Cool. So Fearless Friends Tour, you guys are the softest band in the tour. So are you guys concerned? Are you guys concerned about it?
We're not worried. I mean, we come from a hardcore scene. Like when we started our band, we were opening for metal bands, and I mean, it's kind of been like that since the start. We're kind of used to it, and I guess we bring something different to the show. So I don't know. Hopefully that works in our favor.
And we're used to seeing middle fingers in the crowd, so
yeah, we're used to the
it's okay.
And stuff. It's fun. I love watching heavier bands, and taking what we can from that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool.
You guys have Punk Goes Pop coming out pretty soon. What did you guys end up playing, and did you guys choose the song?
Yeah, we did. We were sent a list, and it had a bunch of Gaga and Kesha on it. And we were just like, no, it's not really us, and that stood out to us. I remember when we were recording in the States last year. That song was on the radio every day. Yeah. So that's where I knew it from, and I was like, it just stood out, and it was going to be a challenge for us because it's folk pop, I guess, and I think we definitely give it punk
feel,
twist, whatever. I don't know.
How was it recording it?
So much fun. A lot of fun. I didn't know the song at all. I'm going to be honest.
So he had totally a fresh perspective.
I and I just listened to it and I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. So that was a lot of fun recording. We did that over 2 days, and I had a lot of fun. I did the strings and stuff in the bridge, and it turned out really well, I think, in my opinion.
I'm really happy with it.
I'm very happy with it. I hope people like it.
You guys are going to be playing it live on this tour?
Probably not.
No.
Are you guys planning on playing it live?
We're not kind of ready to do it yet.
Yeah, we didn't have band practice at all.
But you're never ready till you try it.
We don't have...
Not in front of people. We haven't been off the road in a couple of months, so we haven't practiced for this tour, but... I don't know. Yeah. We didn't have time to practice that one.
I hope everyone doesn't mind.
It's kind of hard, that song.
It's really hard. It's not my range at all. Like, we tried to find the right key and stuff, but it was either going to be too low and too high. And we kind of found a happy medium, but it's hard on both ends for sure.
Very fast.
Yeah, we really made it hard for ourselves, but I think it sounds good, so I'm stoked.
You guys finally released your debut album. What are you afraid of? What are you so scared of? There you go.
Right. Everyone kind of
keeps mixing me up. I'm sorry. I actually heard it on the way here, and I heard it last night. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it, and that's what I was gonna ask you. How did you guys go about ordering your track list? Because it's not that any of it is boring, but it's just perfect the way it's organized.
That's awesome. You want to explain that one? I don't really know.
I think that those songs just fit like that. We definitely wanted to have such a strong start to the album, our first couple of tracks, and then everything just kind of slotted in. We definitely knew that What Are You So Scared Of would be the last song, and I definitely wanted Breaking and Entering as the first song, and because I made that intro for Breaking and Entering. Those the guitars that you hear at the start of the intro, I actually wrote that for Breaking and Entering. Okay. So then that became an intro. So Breaking and Entering was always going to be first, and What Are You So Scared Of was going to be last, and then everything kind of just slotted in. We didn't really have a fight about it or anything. Yeah. We just came up with it. I feel like the
album progresses well in the track listing, and like lyrically, musically, it just all moves and fits.
How we want it to.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Do you guys have a favorite so far?
Yeah, What Are You So Scared Of, the last song.
That's your favorite?
I'm really proud of it. I feel like that song I nailed what I was trying to say, in my opinion. Yeah.
That song and Breaking and Entering for me is probably one of my favourites.
They were the ones that were like
not
different from anything that we'd ever written at that point. So they sort of felt new and exciting.
Nice. Yeah. You guys also got Mark Hoppus on this.
Yeah. What?
I couldn't believe it till I heard it, and that's awesome. How did that come about?
Well, Mark Trombino, our producer, recorded Dude Ranch with Blink back in the day. And I guess we wanted to have guest vocals on the album, but we couldn't agree on which singer it would be. And everyone thought my ideas were really bad, and no one else had anything good. Anyway, Mark Trombino contacted Mark Hoppus while we were doing drums. And he was like, so what do you think? Mark Hoppus is down to do it. And it was just so out of the...
That's crazy.
Whatever the saying is.
It was crazy, bro. Totally
did not make sense to us at all. And he was like, so are you down? And I was like, of course, but how then?
Let me think about that one.
I would never have even suggested that or tried for that. It was
it was so surreal, dude. It took me like 2 days to get over. When I met him, I was just like, I was just trying so hard to just make my mouth move and talk. Like, I just was like, holy shit, like, that's Mark Hoppus right there singing on our song.
Yeah, it's cool because, like, we have so many, like, not childhood, but growing up kind of memories that his voice is a part of kind of thing. Exactly. And, like, for that to be a part of our album and that song that we wrote, it's like, feels
so
really
surreal listening really to that song, and
I kind of wait for it to not happen and then it's there.
No, and usually like when it's a bigger artist like that, they usually don't record with you. They'll do it on their own time and send it over. But you guys actually got to work with him.
Yeah, so he did it in his own space, but let us be a part of it.
But you guys were still in person with him. That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
Very cool.
Your current single right now, could you tell us about it? Let it land.
Yeah.
What is it about? Where were you when you were writing this?
Struggle with this. I was in my car and I was driving over. I remember I was stuck in traffic and I was going over a bridge. So that's where I was.
Driving over a bridge, not driving off a bridge.
No,
right?
I was in Sydney at home, and I wrote the lyrics a long time before we wrote the song. But it's kind of about I used to stay up heaps late at night and just my mind just doesn't stop. It's like I have to wind myself down, and
my mind just doesn't.
It just goes. Anyway,
you're having too much like candy on too.
I do. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that song. It's really bad. But it is. It's about that sort of insomnia thing, staying up at night, and just sort of letting yourself come to terms with things and just what would you say? Letting it land.
Yeah, we said that both together.
That's really lame, but
the music was really simple. Like I came up with that riff at the start, then it just kind of went from there. It was just really easy. We did that acoustic. We wrote that acoustic.
Yeah.
And then then we added the band.
It's one of the first times we've ever written a song acoustically. First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any plans on a possible acoustic album maybe? Or EP?
Yeah, actually. We recorded the whole...
Get so excited.
We recorded that whole album acoustically, and it's hidden in secret tracks on the disc. So you can't rip it. We made it so that it's... you have to rewind track 1 to find them.
Really?
Yeah, and we recorded the whole thing, and we released the Let It Land EP, which completes the album. It has a B-side and about 3 other acoustics on it. So
we just wanted that to be like a raw thing. It's just one guitar and one vocal, like no harmonies. And we did all those songs, 13 songs in like, what did we do that in? A day or
like
2 days?
3 days or
like,
something, 2 days max. Yeah.
Something ridiculous. Like we just
Something
wanted it to be like super raw and just like that's the song, and you know, and
that's
hopefully
where it like started from. It's just the core of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully people like it.
And also it was sort of something that we wanted to give incentive for people to buy the album. It's like if they go out of their way enough for us, it's like we can give back a little bit. It's just something secret and special. Yeah.
And that's only if you buy the CD, not if you do iTunes.
Yeah,
It's not anywhere else except for the CD. And yeah.
Do you guys find it hard nowadays with the internet and, you know, Twitter, Facebook? Do you guys find it hard to continue to make CDs? Do you think that's going to die down?
That, isn't it? I mean, we have a record store in Australia that is really just becoming a DVD store. It's like they're phasing out the CDs, and bookstores are shutting, and
it's super
video
sad
shops.
to me.
So much of that stuff's going down.
There's nothing like getting a CD and opening the booklet. Like, there's just nothing like that. But I guess kids growing up don't know that, and all they know is their computers now, and it is sad to me, and I know that...
I'm crying right now.
Yeah, right. Eventually they're going to phase that out, and that's shit. Like, I don't want that to happen, but whatever, you got to go with the times.
But if it does die down, do you guys think it'll affect any bands, any artists, if it's just iTunes sales or online sales?
It's like affecting record companies and stuff, right? Like,
I mean, I think we'll always find ways of...
It's not going to stop us.
Kind of, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There'll always be ways. There's that new streaming thing that I've just heard of, and
yeah, you guys have a really cool streaming thing over here. You pay like $5 a month, and you get whatever music you want.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
So that's great. There's going to be things, but I mean, it's not a CD to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 21, but I feel like CDs are old school now. Like, that's terrible.
That's
but
weird, isn't it?
It's so
That
weird.
doesn't sound right.
It's like almost vinyl.
Yeah. Nearly.
Aside from Mark Hoppus and everything else that's been going on, you got to share the stage with Simple Plan.
Yeah.
You got to sing with Simple Plan. Were you nervous when that
Oh
happened?
my god, dude, yes. I was so nervous. The first night I like nearly cried before I went on, and I haven't felt like that in the longest time, and I didn't think that was going to happen, but like watching them was like, I just went straight back to the first time I heard them. Like, I was 12 when I heard Addicted, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, that was one of the first bands, like them and Avril and Good Charlotte were the bands that I was like, that was the first taste of pop punk I ever got. And it stayed with me for a long time. I mean, I dropped off the bandwagon for a little bit in high school, but I went straight back when we saw them. I was like, this is unreal. And they're so professional and so nice, and like everything about them was just... They were really switched on, and I really liked them.
And it was an actual tour with them, right?
Yeah, we toured Australia with them. It was only like 4 shows, but
Yeah.
like
4 shows that nobody else gets to talk about.
Yeah, and they were all big sold out shows, and it was just a great life experience. So, yeah.
Any holiday show plans for this year?
Oh, back in Australia?
Australia or here in the States?
Yeah, well, we're doing the Fearless Friends tour, which we're just starting tonight, and that goes for the next 38 days or something like that.
Yeah, then I think we're playing the day after Christmas, and then we're playing New Year's Eve somewhere.
Sort of some odd shows in Australia. We're sort of just going to take a break from Australia for a bit and go back onto Soundwave in February.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how soon can we expect a possible headline tour here in the States with you guys?
Oh, man.
I think you guys are ready.
Ooh, we're definitely not.
For a little while,
Well, we're trying to come here like up to 3 times a year. This is our second tour this year, and we're just going to try and come back as much as possible and try and break the market a little bit.
I'm sure now with an American label, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to be out here.
Hopefully, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so Warped Tour 2012.
Oh,
Any possibility? Any
I
possibility?
think there is a possibility.
For the whole tour?
Yeah,
For the whole
actually.
tour.
I'm gonna.
This is the first time we've talked about it in sort of a public thing, but yeah.
There is a possibility.
It's because with me, it's a first for everything, right? First show in California.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Yes,
stoked,
there is.
and that's a big deal for us. I think that's something that I always hoped for when we started the band. Even though we were like 16, it was like, yeah,
I think
a goal for us.
I think it's time for Warped Tour to have a whole, punk themed tour this year.
Coming this
I
year.
hope so.
I hope so. I think.
I hope so too. I hope you guys save a spot in the van for me though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to come by.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
man.
awesome.
stoked. Thanks for sticking by us, and thanks for checking us out. And we'll be back as much as we can. Come see us on the Fearless Friends tour.
Cool. And thanks for hanging out. And you guys be sure to check out Tonight Alive. Check out their website, Tonight Alive Official, correct?
Yeah.
And stick around. Subscribe to Punk Videos Rock, and we'll see you soon.